Texas, Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas A&M's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these 2 running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Handoff from the gun. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Craver. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires it down the seam. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Reed. Buys a little time. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Dropping back, it's Shapen. He's got it down the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Got him downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, after that first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line.
Turning on the Jets! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll move the tight end. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Looking left. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Reese. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
With the catch, it's Mosley. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front.
Turning it on! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Aggie. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in the position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by a field goal over South Alabama. Anything can happen down the stretch here in the Sun Belt. It's why we're here to keep you posted, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Just a short pass to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Booth. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Looking for a man. It's Shapen. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Craven. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air. It's Reed. He'll pull it down. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Aggies will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Back to pass, it's Shapen. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Gives it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Bulldogs in the hurry up.
I got to be be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Thompson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking downfield, it's Shapen. Pulls it in. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Hit as he throws. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Wide open downfield. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the return. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Allen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Looking for room, it's Moss. Got enough for the first and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the ground with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. we've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable to win this one. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Give to the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run?
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Finds his big tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback will keep it. Creates a little space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right up to the...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some...
There he goes! Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Mississippi State right back to the line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Chapin. He'll throw it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Western Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run it from the gun. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for a loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To throw, it's Shapen. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. That's caught. It's Mosley.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him and weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of